Hello guys, welcome to Tuesday, Algebra 2 NTI Day. So 3 days left, guys, until spring break, including today. So, what I've done here is this is yesterday's worksheet. So number 1 we did together on the video. So that's still on there. And then I went ahead and I worked out all the other problems. So just real quick, what I would like for you guys to do is to check your work. Hopefully you can understand my work. I know I work kind of sloppy here. But number 2 seemed to be okay. I think most people did okay with that. So you ended up with 4, -2/3, and -2. Again, if you did not end up with those as your zeros, then you need to check the work that is here. And if you don't understand it, then you need to contact me. All right. Number 3, I got lots of questions on number 3. Number 3 seemed to really stump some people. And I'll show you where that happened. It happened right here. Okay, so a lot of people were looking at this. They got the 6 down here, and then they did -3/2 times 6, and that gives us this -18/2. And so you were just subtracting 18 minus 18 and saying this was 0 down here. When in reality, 18/2 is actually -9, and then 18 plus -9 gives us a +9. So I think that's where a lot of people went wrong on that. So, and the other question I got a lot was, could you have two answers that are the exact same? And absolutely, you positively can. All right. So again, if you don't understand that, take a look at that. And please ask questions if you're not understanding stuff. All right. Number 4, I feel like this one was pretty simple. +5 on the outside. You end up with 5x squared minus 13x plus 6. So you end up with that down there. And then I did 5 times 6 gives me 30. So I'm looking for factors of 30 that add to give me 13, which was 10 and 3. Went through and did all that and end up with my zeros of 2, 3/5, and +5. Again, if you don't understand that, please ask questions. Number 5 was my screw up, so just mark that one out. Number 6, divide everything. This was another one that I had lots of questions on. And I'm not really sure why, because once I went over it with students, they found their mistake very easily, but the mistakes were kind of all over the place in various places. So divide everything by 2 to start with. So we get -1/2 on the outside. Bring the first number straight down, so on and so forth. We end up with the 2x plus 5 minus 12. So then I take my a times my c, and that gives me 24. I'm looking for factors of 24 that subtract to give me 5, and that's going to give me 8 and 3. And then I divide by my a value. So then I end up with x plus 4, 2x minus 3, and 2x plus 1. And then when I find my zeros, I get -4, -1, or I'm sorry, +3/2, and -1/2. Okay, again, you guys can pause the video, rewind it, look at my work, look at your work if you're not understanding stuff. And then, of course, we did number 7 yesterday together. All right, today's work is more of the exact same stuff. So now it says day 2. I just crossed that out instead of highlighting it. There we go. Day 2. So we, there are 6 problems, and I'll go over 2 with you. So then you only have 4 left to do. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do 1 with you, and we're going to do number 4 together. All right. And then you guys are responsible for the rest of them. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is divide everything by 4 to start with. All right. And so if I divide everything by 4, this right here is a -1/4. So I'm going to do the opposite and put a +1/4 on the outside. 8 divided by 4 leaves me with 2. -14/4. I'm going to leave that as -14/4. I'm not going to simplify that because it'll make our fraction, multiplication and addition and subtraction and all that stuff so much easier if they all have the same denominator. All right, and then this is -5/4 and then +2/4. And again, I'm not going to simplify that one either. So I bring down 2. This gives me, I'm going to do my bouncy ball. So 1/4 times 2 gives me 2/4, which leaves me with -12/4, which is -3. And then 1/4 times -3 is -3/4. -5 plus -3 gives me -8/4, which is -2. And then I'm going to do -2 times 1/4 is -2/4. And then that leaves me with a remainder of 0, which is what we wanted. So now I have 2x squared minus 3x minus 2. And then the original, back up here, the 4x minus 1, right? I'm just going to leave that to the side. So I'm going to use AC method to factor this. So 2 times 2 gives me 4. Factors of 4 that subtract to give me 3 are going to be 4 and 1. So we have x here and x here. First sign comes straight down. Second sign is a minus, so these have to be opposites. Then I divide by my a value. So this one just becomes x minus 2, and then 2x plus 1. All right, and then again, I'm going to bring down my 4x minus 1. So now I just have to solve these. So I get my zeros of x equals 2. If I solve that for 0, I get x equals -1/2. And here I get x equals 1/4. So those are my 3 zeros. Just like yesterday, you're going to have to plug these into an assignment in one of those like little quizzes. Now, please understand it shows points on there, but if you look in the grade book, that does not show up in the grade book. That is just solely for you to understand if you're getting them right or wrong. It gives you immediate feedback so that if you get stuff wrong and you're not understanding why, then you can ask me questions. I will give you fair warning that tomorrow you are going to have a quiz. Again, tomorrow, Wednesday, you are going to have a quiz over this. All right? The quiz is going to be set up like last week where you take the quiz, you get 2 shots at it, it averages the 2 scores, and then you also have to submit all of your work. All right? So be prepared for that. So if you don't understand, you got to contact me. All right, guys? All right, so you have 5 problems left to do. Not too bad. Enjoy your day and 3 more days, guys. We got this. We can do it.